Hello everyone, my name is Nix and welcome back to me. It's been months since I last uploaded. Why? Oh, nothing, you know, same old depression and anxiety tag teaming on my small body, pile driving me into the pits of darkness as if I'd need more pain in my miserable life. Anyway, today we are doing a review of these paints, Pebeo Studio Gouache poster paints. It's a set of 12 colors, 12 ml tubes. It has the colors permanent white, primary yellow, yellow ochre, vermilion, carmine, primary magenta, which is a lovely color, cobalt violet, primary cyan or cyan, another magnificent color, emerald green, spring green, burnt umber, and ivory black. It's only 320 pesos, approximately 26 pesos each tube. Okay guys, fasten up your seatbelts because it's going to be a bumpy ride. You may hear some cries of betrayal and screams of agony from me in this video. You can already tell I'm not very happy. You see, look at this box. It says gouache here. Clearly, it's big and bright and shining. But there are tiny letters that says poster paints here. And at the top part of it too. And this was a picture I took from the internet. My box has different characters in it that I will never understand. Like what? Okay, I asked my friend Google, "Hey B, is gouache and poster paints the same thing?" And what did he and she said? He and she said no, it's two different things. I've had this paint in my disposal for a year now, using it here and there, getting to know it, thinking it was gouache. I literally just noticed the other day that there are texts in the box saying poster paints. And now that I got to know these paints more after a year and knowing its quality, remembering how I tried poster paints years and years ago for a school project, and remembering how I didn't want to use those again ever, and I did. I never got poster paints again until these that I thought was gouache. Maybe I'm just an idiot and I should have known that it was poster paints, but can you blame me? Literally it says on its tubes gouache and no poster paints, but it behaves like poster paints, I swear. Sorry, I'm a little frustrated because I was so excited to get to know these paints because I've been really wanting to try out gouache for a while now. I've been looking for gouache in my local stores to no avail. I had to travel to find these, so I was really happy when I did. For a year I thought it was gouache, but come on, it literally is poster paints. Don't you guys understand? I've been cheated on. Thankfully, I'm slowly buying Miyahime gouache, which I know for sure are gouache, so stay tuned for my review of it. Ha! They're so adorable. Anyway, gouache and poster paints both are water-soluble opaque paints that dries matte. Poster paints being slightly more opaque, more pigmented, less expensive, and apparently very light fast. Now you might be thinking, if poster paints is more opaque, pigmented, affordable, and light fast, why do I hate it so much? It's not that I hate all poster paints, it's just, if you know me, I am always in the hunt for affordable yet decent art materials. because we all know just how art materials can be so expensive for you to be able to get a good quality. It's just this particular item is so confusing and misleading that it really pisses the living crap out of me. I started it as a gouache, and now I gotta research about poster paints at the last minute to actually make a somewhat decent and accurate review of this product. Now that I am really sure that this isn't gouache, but is poster paint, because I have proof. And we will get to that once we get to the actual review. I just have to clarify the differences since there are other YouTubers who did a review on this one already, and they also thought that this was gouache. It's not, guys. Using poster paints is just like gouache. You can either start from dark to light or light to dark, easily lifted as well. Gouache is commonly painted on sturdy papers like watercolors, but is opaque enough to be used on a colored paper. Poster paints being thicker is mostly used on a canvas or cardboards or in other crafts. That is why it's very popular in student projects. There is not much difference, but there is one factor that proves that this is indeed poster paints. You can use gouache firstly out of the tube or put it into a palette, let it dry and reactivate it with water and it will work just fine. However, poster paints is best used fresh out of the tube, because if you let it dry and you reactivate it, its performance may be decreased, and this alone was my main problem with these paints. Now with that in mind, let's go through my list of things that I noticed about these paints. First of all, I really love the colors included in this set. I really do. I think it's very convenient and you can just about mix any color you want with these. I tried to look for pigment information to no avail. It's fine though, I'm not big into knowing the pigmentations and whatnot. I'm far too lazy to search that up, and I just experiment with mixing colors, seeing what goes well with what. Speaking of mixing, the paints mixes well together. The white is not super opaque and not very white. They're also somewhat streaky, but they're smooth to paint with. And just like the description of a poster paint that we talked about, it's very thick and it is best used straight out of the tube. Like I said, I thought it was gouache and I wanted to put it on a palette, so I did. And I let it dry and just reactivate it when I want to use it. And when I do try to reactivate it, some of the paints are hard to reactivate. And when it does, there is significant loss of pigments. And the worst part is that when it dries chalky. It stains just about everywhere and is very flaky. I tried to only use fresh paints on this painting in this video to avoid, well, having it stainy. But I had to pause and continue it the next day. Of course, the paints dried on the mixing palette and just became what I didn't want it to be. It was just so inconvenient if you wanted to put it on display. Like, you need to not touch it or make it touch anything. You have to put it in a frame. It's just way too much work. And after you used a fresh paint, after a long while, it'll start to stain as well. Now, I don't know if other cheap gouache does this too, but I'm sure that not all poster paints are just like this, expensive or not. Would I recommend this for people who is just getting started with gouache or poster paints like I am? Yes and no. When it comes to a cheap but decent gouache for studying, my bet is with the Miyahime gouache. I've seen a lot of reviews about it and I encourage you guys to go watch them too. It's very informative and so far all I heard is good things about it. But about poster paints, I honestly think I could find a better one out there. But if you're perhaps willing to practice on these, maybe paint somewhere that's safe. Like, I still enjoyed these paints, surprisingly. The colors are great. They mix well. I don't mind the streakiness because it wasn't severe. But I would get a sketchbook dedicated to only these paints, so it's fine to get messy with its flakes and stains when it dries. Because for me, it was the only big problem with it. It doesn't really hinder with your studies and was not difficult to work with, just as long as you use it straight out of the tubes. Also, the labeling and the name on the box, really misleading, and I'm not even the only one who got confused about it. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about these paints. I'm sorry it got too rambly, and I'm also sorry if I took so long to upload again. But I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something from it. Anyway, I'll see you again soon. Mahal ko kayo. What are you doing? Why are you still here? Go watch my other videos.